Welcome all you awesome YouTubers. I love you. We're going to try a quick intro to spray painting. So we got some paper. All this is just regular cardstock. This is actually a 12-point cardstock. Laminate, coated on one side, uncoated on the other. Starting off though, I got the 12-point by mistake. Really what you want is a 14-point stock or higher. Basically, anytime you go to the grocery store, Walmart, Dollar Tree, and they have poster board, that stuff is nice, it's thick, it's coated on one side. It's going to do everything you need it to do. Some other basics. Something round. I use popcorn tins, I use coffee can lids, whatever I can get my hands on. Lighter is optional, but it's fun. Some basic palette tool knives. You can see I have a small triangular and I got like this cool one here. And then of course you need spray paint. And we'll go into depth in spray paint a little bit later, simply because it's only 100 degrees today outside, so I figured I'd try and make a video. Other really important factor when working with spray paint, a good quality half mask respirator that, most importantly, blocks volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. Why? Spray paint is full of VOCs. So let's get started with some basics. Now, I've already pre-shook my cans, but that is the absolute first thing you want to be doing, is making sure that you shake those cans up and get that paint nice and loose. There is a little agitator ball in there. You can hear it shaking around. And sometimes you'll run across a can of paint where it doesn't sound like there's a ball in there. There actually is. It's just that the paint has gotten so thick that that ball's not moving. And so you really need to shake that can up really well. High power or high pressure versus low pressure. High pressure, the paint comes out really fast. It's really meant for doing graffiti artwork on walls where you just want to get coverage quickly. Low pressure, you have a lot more control over, and the paint just comes out slower. My personal favorite right now is the Montana Colors Hardcore. It's a high pressure can. It comes out gloss. I just kind of like the way it feels. This 5 minutes, subject to change. Holding your cans. What you really want to be doing for spray art is you want to hold that can at about a 45-degree angle. That's what allows the paint to flow out smoothly. Before you start, anytime you grab a new can, you always want to give that can a shot to make sure that the paint's not clogging up. This cap actually has just a tiny bit of stuff on it. And so I'm going to just take my palette knife and scrape that stuff off the end of the cap. So with that, let's have a little bit of fun. I'm going to take my big round dude and plop it down here in the center. I'm going to just take a black and spray it around to just give me a good outline. I'm going to take a nice dark blue and cover parts of the bottom. I'll even bring it up some. We'll grab a lighter blue and bring that up. And you know what? I love purple. We're going to grab some purple, throw that over the top, and actually we'll just throw it around the whole thing. Go back to my black, spray down the bottom side. I'm going to take a white, which isn't really, I grabbed the wrong can. This is a bone white. Throw that across the top. Hope that it's not too hot and that my paint hasn't dried. All I have is a piece of newspaper. I'm just going to kind of crumble it up over my hand. I'm going to take that newspaper, lay it over my planet, and just wipe it. Now, where this differs from regular painting is that we put a whole bunch of color on and then we remove it by using newspaper or magazines, and as you can see, it is way hot for doing some spray. What I'm going to do is grab my clear coat, and I'm just going to soak down this newspaper and use my palette knife to kind of pull that up. Ordinarily, I do wear gloves. Just, you know, for whatever reason, I forgot to put them on because, you know, nobody's perfect and I'm a dork. So I'm going to take my clear coat and I'm going to use that to really just wet down this paint and try and get some good moisture in there. And I still got a touch. Grab a fresh sheet of newspaper. And I am just having a hell of a time getting this to work. So spray painting outdoors, which is really the best way to do it so you have plenty of ventilation. One of the things you really have to keep in mind is how hot it is and how humid it is. If you're in a hot, dry environment like I am, it really sucks to spray paint. Because the paint just dries. Let's try this again. Well, it's interesting. We'll give it that. All right, I'm gonna grab my black and I'm just gonna do some quick black across the bottom. I'm gonna grab my white and I'm turning the page so that the spray is going this way. That way I can get, of course now the wind shifts direction. That way I can get a little bit of overspray that just lightly goes across. Why do we need a lighter for spray painting? I mean, hey, we're painting, right? Because it's fun. This paint is still a little bit wet despite the heat. If I put anything on it, it's gonna stick. So, using just my clear coat and the lighter, I can help that dry off some. We'll grab our round and figure, hey, you know what, about there looks good. We'll just take the black. And cover this all up. I'm going to check real quick to see if I have a actual white. I'm going to spray my finger, flick it once to the side, hold it high, and flick stars. This is where gloves are really nice. Now, if we wanted to add, say, I don't know, like a little bit more color, a little nebula, we can just take another color. And one of the ways that spray cans work is the closer you are to the page, the finer line you're going to get. The farther away you are, the more dispersed it'll be. So with wanting just to do like a nice little wavy background that's not fine, I'm going to hold my can up pretty high and I'm just going to quickly throw in some color. Like that. Now, one of the other things we can do, we got this cool little planet going, is we'll take a little touch of yellow. We had our white side up here, so I'm going to flip it around so it's easier for me. I'm going to go yellow. We'll grab our white. And I'm not spraying it onto the page itself. I'm spraying it onto the side here so that I'm just getting the overspray coming back off. And with that, I didn't get the paint dry enough. We have a little bit of stickage, so I'm going to just grab that, pull it off, and we have a cool little planet scene, quick and easy, with spray paint. To finish this off, I usually just take my clear coat and just give it a nice coat. Do I have to with the hardcore? Not really, because they dry glossy. But anytime you're using a matte spray paint, you'll want to throw a gloss clear coat on it just to help it pop. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please consider hitting the subscribe below. Have a great day, and go paint something.